me, Ruth Fellows, nutritionist and herbalist here, and let's talk about what's making your kids angry. Now, set aside that they could just be being a kid, and that's what kids can do at times, and set aside that there might be stuff going on at home and school that is going to be leading to some kind of anger. What I'm talking about is the kids who seem to be cranky all the time, and this is including the teenagers as well, and there's no real reason for it. They are just a pain to live with, and they're making life very difficult for you in the family. Surprisingly, there are some simple things that you can do that are nutrient related or food related that can make a difference. You need to perhaps consider there may be something you need to take out, and there may be some good things that you need to bring in. So firstly, let's start with the good things to bring in. Number one is going to be the good fats. So I'm not talking about fats that you get from takeaway food and from your hot chips and pizza and all that kind of stuff, because they're not the right kinds of fats. I'm talking especially about the good brain nourishing, brain soothing, brain comforting fats known as the omega-3 fats. You'll find these kind of foods in some nuts and seeds. Walnuts are particularly good for it. Also chia seeds, those little seedy things that look like poppy seeds, and that when you soak them into something they swell up a bit and turn into frog's eggs. Yeah, really exciting. But no, they actually taste quite good, especially when you flavour them. And also you're going to get them from your oily fish, and that's especially your salmon. And if the kids can stomach it, sardines are particularly good. You may just need to hide them a bit, and mackerel, which is actually quite easy to hide and use as a replacement for tuna in dishes. You will also, something that's a bit more child friendly, be able to use linseeds or flax seeds as they're also called. They can be blended up and mixed into anything because they blend up quite finely, or you can just throw them into some baking or some cooking and get your omega-3 that way. Keep in mind that you actually need a lot of these good kind of fats to make a difference. So in order to get that happening, you may prefer instead just to use an omega-3 or fish oil supplement. Again, just be mindful that you need quite a lot even of a supplement to make a good difference to moods. So my recommendation is to go for a liquid. There are lots of really good brands out there that have some great flavours that are easy to take. If you would like to know which brands I do recommend, please contact me and I can let you know. The other good things that you want to bring in are minerals. There's certain ones that definitely have an impact on mood. It's going to be zinc, but also iron, magnesium and the B vitamins. Now it's really important to know if your child is iron deficient or really running low in their barrel supplies of iron, because that alone can turn your child into a screaming monster just by being iron deficient or marginally iron deficient. So if you're unsure and if your child is old enough, you can always get a blood test done to check for that. I commonly see a lot of parents who get the test done to see what their child's iron levels are and they're really low. Bring in an iron supplement, change their diet a little bit. Really it's the iron supplement that has turned their child into a more reasonable person. Don't forget zinc and magnesium, because these are nutrients that also today run low in our kids, so you may need to top them up on that. And good old B vitamins are just the standby for healthy moods as well. So there are two areas or foods or nutrients to bring in, but one critical aspect is to think about what needs to come out. And there are certain additives that are very irritating to the nervous system and just irritate a person to no end. Mainly these are going to be the flavour enhancers, which are kind of a form of MSG really, the way the body responds to them, so you can see why they can be quite irritating. And these are going to be any of the additive numbers when you pick up a packaged food that start with a 600 series. So that might be 621, it might be 625, 637 and so on. You'll see them clearly listed on your packaged goods. They give a savoury flavour to foods, so you're more likely to find them in things like crackers and chips, rice crackers, also in some packaged foods like 2-minute noodles, and surprisingly in some odd places too. So the main thing is just to double check the package and look for the back for the 600 series of numbers. Also, one that is fairly common today too is a yellow colour That's tartrazine, number 102. And that one is going to be found in a lot of snack foods that kids love to eat, because it's usually used with the cheese flavoured products, because tartrazine is a yellow colour. It's also going to be in a lot of drinks, and it's also going to be in a lot of so-called healthy foods, because it gives a yellow colour. And yellow is a colour that is quite vibrant and is expected to be found in healthy foods. So watch out for those two. You may find that just by cutting those two groups out that you see a really good change, but be aware that you may get better results if you just address the whole additive load in general. So be mindful as to which of the additives can cause problems. Take them out. It's not going to be all the additives. There's some that need to come out. And if you need some help with this, jump online and resource the lunchbox guide that has some quick recipes for the lunchbox, ideas on how to pack a lunchbox that is going to keep the additives out, and also has a short shopping list for you too. What products can you buy that are snack foods and can throw in the lunchbox that are going to be safe and aren't going to make your child crankier than what they already are. Alright, that's it for today. See ya.